Hey guys, it's Cristin. Welcome to January 2022 Bullet Journal Setup. Today's theme is about healing, mainly because I am going through a journey of healing from a breakup. And I hope that you guys would like this design. The colors that I used here are mainly nude and blue, and you can notice that I've already pre-drawn with a pencil everything that I wanted to put on the page. So, since this month's theme is about healing, I put a band-aid and some daisies in color blue because the color blue just makes me feel like calm, and that kind of produces the sense of healing in me whenever I see the color. And so I started with the headings here, the word January and the word healing. And the next thing that I did was I started to draw on the flowers with my craft marker and the blue color from the brush pens that I got from Dollarama. And the next thing that I did was I used my gray dual tip marker to put shadows on the flower. And then I proceeded to draw on the band-aid. I used Crayola's Around the World marker set. And then for the words, I don't know why I started backwards. I started writing from the bottom going up. But I don't know, maybe because I'm just better able to see how everything's gonna go down when I start from the bottom. I don't know. So let me know in the comments if you do the same, like you start from the bottom up or you start from the sides going in. I don't know if it's weird, but that's just me. I like to sometimes start in weird places and then kind of gauge where everything else will fall into place. So for the quote that I used on this page, I wrote, "For I know who holds tomorrow." And whenever I remember this quote, it reminds me to trust in the Lord with all the things that are happening in my life, even if there are downs and disappointments and pain and suffering. I know who holds tomorrow, and I know that He has a better plan for me. I went ahead and erased all the pencil marks that I had underneath. And then colored in the words with the Crayola markers that I have. So I used two colors. One is darker and the other one is lighter. I believe the one that I'm using now is the medium deep golden color. And then once I was done with that, I used Dollarama's dual tip markers. I actually did a review on these markers in a previous video, so if you'd like to see that, I'll leave a card up here. I also did a swatch test and a product review on the blue brush pen that I'm holding right now. So it's not uploaded yet, but I'm hoping to have that up soon, and you guys will see there how well they go on the paper. This page turned out so beautifully, and I can't wait to do the left side. So on the left side, again, I'm just going to draw the band-aid and the flowers and do all the coloring, outlining, and the shading. But this time around, the band-aid is much bigger. You guys will see here in a little bit how that's going to turn out. And then after that, I'm going to outline it with my gel pen. I was actually experimenting on a brown color for the band-aids because I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the black gel pen to outline it. But looking back, it turned out really well, and I'm glad that I used the black gel pen markers to highlight the outlines and draw all the details. I'm really happy by how this spread turned out, like the colors, the flowers, and the band-aid. Everything just kind of fell into place, plus the reminder and the quote on the right-hand side there. It just puts that cherry on top for our healing theme this month. Okay, so on the next page here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw outlines of each day of the week for Sunday until Saturday. And then we're going to use the 2 golden markers to outline each box and put in the numbers and the days of the week. Yeah, so I did the same things, just like in the cover page for January. I had the band-aids, I had the flowers. But the difference here is that I actually included a verse from the Bible, from Psalm 147 verse 3. So the word says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. I just thought that it was really good to have this verse here to remind me about healing, especially in times like this where I'm heartbroken and I'm trying to seek God more and ask Him the reasons why things happen. Having this verse reminds me of who He is, and I know that He is sovereign and He has planned the best for me, and perhaps this relationship just wasn't the best that He had in mind. I learned a lot of lessons along the way, and I'm grateful and thankful that it happened because I was able to grow throughout the whole process. So if you're also going through a breakup, I hope while you're watching this, you'll be encouraged by this word. And if you needed to hear it, then I am so happy that you made it here, because there must have been a reason why you're hearing this right now. So for the days of the week, I kind of copied the design and the style that we had for the prayer, praise, goals, and hope section that we had when we started to set up our journal. If you wanted to know how that looks like, you can click the card up here. I would suggest that you watch it before you go to this month's setup so that you would understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I outlined everything once again and finished off the whole page or the whole spread by writing down the days of each week. I started with 1, but I would later on realize that I made a mistake because I should have started with number 2. So I'm gonna go back there later and erase them with a correction tape and fix all my mistakes. So just like in any kind of journaling, don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. I know that it's kind of scary because you're using something permanent like gel pens and markers, and when you make a mistake, it's there forever. So if you didn't notice earlier, I actually had a mistake in the little flower that's next to the verse. That was supposed to be a quotation mark, but I placed it too far. So I just turned it into a little flower. Nothing should have been there, but you know what? You work with what you have. If you made a mistake, just go with it and try to think of ways on how to be creative to fix it. And this is how it turned out. There's a little bit of bleeding coming from the other page, but it looks so beautiful. I don't know, I'm just really in love with this spread. And there's enough space to write down your to-do list on each day of the week. Actually, let's check if it bled through the other page. Well, kinda, but it should be okay. I really appreciate the verse up here from Psalm 147 verse 3. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and flip the page and start week number 2. For week number 2, I didn't have a verse, but I actually wrote the word notes at the top to provide a space for me to be able to write down extra things that I needed for that week. And then I used my blue or light blue brush pen to color the spaces, and I did it alternatingly. Finally, I outlined everything, wrote each day of the week, and you'll notice I made a mistake again with the days. I am really sorry. Must have been really tired because it was kind of late when I did this whole journal. But you know what? Look, I fixed it up with a correction tape, put 9 instead of 8, and then so on and so forth. Changed everything and fixed it up. So when you're doing your own bullet journal, just make sure that you got the days right and the dates right. Learn from me, learn from your girl, because ain't nobody got time to make mistakes. I just got 2 band-aids here on the corner and then 1 flower on the left side. Week 2 with notes. Not bad, right? Not bad. So for the 3rd and the 4th week, we are just going to do the same exact thing that we did prior. And yeah, it's the same design, so I'm gonna be right back and show you once I'm done. And here I am back. Week 3 with 3 flowers on the right hand side, 1 band-aid on the left, and then notes at the top. Week 4, same thing as week 2, nothing new here, but the difference is I got the dates right. And tan-ta-na-na, this is how our January 2022 bullet journal setup turned out. And that is it for our setup today. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe if you like. Turn on the notification bell to stay updated with future uploads. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one.